Here's what happened round 12 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of France at La Capelle Marival. MX2 Race 1, Tom Vial with his 10th foxhole shot of the season as Kai de Wolf fell through the first corner. Vial led from Jago Geerts, Mattia Guadagnini, Jed Beaton putting the squeeze on René Hoffer as Thibaut Beneston also tried to go around the outside. Wasn't a good start for Maxime Renault, but he made this pass on Romain Mostijk to move into 7th. And then this pass on René Hoffer 4 laps later to take over 6th place. A lap later, he was at it again as he moved past Thibaut Beneston into 5th. He then caught his other teammate, Jago Geerts, and made the pass for 4th with 3 laps to go. Wasn't able to do anything about Jed Beaton, though, and it was Tom Vial who crossed the line to take his 8th win of the season. Guadagnini 2nd, Beaton 3rd, Renault, Geerts and Beneston. MX2 Race 2, once again, it was Tom Vial over the foxhole shot line before anybody else. 11 in the books now for the KTM rider. Mattia Guadagnini was close behind him. And again, they were followed by Jago Geerts, a fast-starting René Hoffer. Wilson Todd was in there as well, so too Jed Beaton. But the two Australians would come together as they fought over 5th. Wilson Todd felt the brunt of it. Maxime Renault then found his way around the outside of Jed Beaton to take over that 5th place. And again, just like race 1, it was Renault doing all the passing. This pass on the number 711 of René Hoffer put him into 4th. And then the pass on his teammate Jago Geerts moved him into 3rd. Handful of laps later, he tried the same move here on Mattia Guadagnini, but the Italian kept the Frenchman to the outside. When the opportunity came again, Renault took it with both hands, this time going from 3rd to 2nd with 4 laps to go. But he wasn't able to do anything about Tom Vial, who took his 9th race win of the season. Renault 2nd, Guadagnini 3rd, Geerts and Hoffer your top 5. And overall, Tom Vial picking up his first home Grand Prix win, his 5th of the season now. Guadagnini 2nd for his 6th podium of the season. Renault 3rd. And in the championship, Renault now 91 points clear of Jago Geerts. Guadagnini is 3rd, 4 points further back. Vial now to 4th, Beaton is 5th.
You know, it's my first time I win my French GP, so it was a lot of public. Since 2 years we didn't have such an amazing public spectator. They come a lot here, so I'm really happy to win in front of them, win both moto, 2 all shot, and just a perfect day. And I want to thank the team KTM Factory Racing Red Bull for the great job.
MXGP Race 1. From the centre of the gate, Jorge Prado couldn't quite get across everybody as Jeffrey Hurlings crossed the foxhole shot line for the 4th time this year. 2 riders fell, Henry Jacobi and Tom Cock. Hurlings led from Seaworth, Fevre, Jonas and Koldenhoff. Koldenhoff fell just the other side of that downhill. But before the end of the lap, Romain Fevre made this slick move on Jeremy Seaworth to take over 2nd. He then went after Jeffrey Hurlings. And 8 laps later, an almost identical pass saw the Kawasaki rider pass the KTM man. The French fans loved every minute of it, of course. Tony Cairoli took a long time to find his way past Jeremy Van Horbik for 5th. The Belgian would then fall 3 laps later and not score points. On the final lap, this is how close it was between Romain Fevre and Jeffrey Hurlings, but it was the Frenchman who went on to take the win for the 3rd time this year. Hurlings 2nd, Seaworth 3rd, Jonas and Cairoli your top 5. MXGP Race 2, and there was a rare foxhole shot for Tony Cairoli, the Italian picking up his first black plate of the campaign. He was followed closely over the line, though, by his teammate Jeffrey Hurlings, Romain Fevre, Jeremy Seaworth, Paul Jonas and Tim Geiser. Cairoli then made a couple of mistakes in quick succession. That allowed Hurlings and Fevre to sneak through into 1st and 2nd. Cairoli then hung on to 3rd for much of the race, but he was always shadowed by Tim Geiser. Fevre then capitalised on a mistake from Hurlings on lap 8. He took over the lead. Hurlings then playing catch-up. The two almost collided coming out of that turn. And after several attempts, Jeffrey Hurlings eventually did find his way through. And with 4 laps to go, it was the Bullet who led again. Febvre did try, though, on several occasions to mount a pass back. Bottom corner of your screen, Tim Geisser's pass on Tony Cairoli with 4 laps to go put the Slovenian into third, but it was Jeffrey Hurlings who came home victorious. Febvre second, Geisser third, Cairoli and Pauls Jonas. The overall classification then saw Jeffrey Hurlings take his 95th win of his career, his 5th of the campaign with a first and a second. Febvre got second overall, Geisser third. Jeffrey Hurlings regains the championship leader's red plate. Febvre now to second, Geisser dropping from first to third. Prado and Cairoli now rounding out the top 5.
Yeah, it was a good race again, a great start. I just shut off too early and Tony came around the outside, but I managed to pass him first lap. And then I was slowly starting to make a little gap, and then I made a mistake. And I went down. Luckily I didn't lose too much time, but went back to second. And my glove was a bit of mud, so I had to clean it a bit the first 2 laps, and I got back in my rhythm, and I managed to close up to Romain. Passed him with 3 or 4 to go, and managed to get the win.